Hey guys, welcome back. So my first video on how to make KDE look like macOS got some decent popularity, and looking back at it, I could have made lots of changes to make it look better, so I decided I'd update the video. Now before I begin showing you how to make KDE look like Mac Mojave, I want to first quickly mention that the last video had a few comments talking about how KDE looks better by default, and I've had questions asking who would want to copy Mac and all that type of stuff. Well, the beauty of Linux is that you can make your system look like whatever you want it to. Who cares if it looks like Mac or something else? Linux has no standard look and has many desktops and window managers, so it looks like whatever the user wants it to look like. So that's why, I saw that lots of people liked the previous video, so I decided I'd update it. So anyway, unlike the previous video, I don't start with a standard setup. I just have the setup what it looks like right away, so you can decide to see if you like it or not. So this is the dark version. Now, I didn't change absolutely everything. Even now, there's still more stuff that I could potentially change, and what you're seeing right now is kind of a glitch. For some reason, the blur isn't active. This should not be happening. But as you can see from the right menu, you could still see the blur and whatnot. So but also I'm going to leave links to whatever you would need in the description. So this is basically what it looks like right now, and I know that the wallpaper is dark, so you can't really see much of the contrast here, so I'm just gonna add a lighter version of the dynamic wallpapers. And also, I'm on a virtual machine, so things might be a bit more sluggish and whatnot. Okay, let's see a lighter wallpaper so you can see the contrast. So apart from this glitch right now, I'm pretty sure that if I log out and log back in, it would be fixed. But apart from that, you can see that it has the blur, and the blur isn't too crazy, it isn't too intrusive. And also, here at the panel, I'm using the Latte dock, by the way, so if we take a look here, I have the opacity very low, so you could, of course, you could adjust to whatever you would like. I personally, honestly, have only tried to use a Mac once, and that was at the store. I just wanted to see kind of how the settings look like, so I had to watch some videos and desktop tours to kind of get a better look, and so that I could be able to imitate it better. But anyway, because I'm with the dark theme, I'm just going to apply this one. So this affects the native KDE applications, but on top of that, the GTK applications as well. So this is what a GTK application looks like with the theme. The one thing that I haven't changed are the title bar buttons, but you could just use dconf editor and you could just change it from there. And there's also another GTK application. This is gedit, so you can kind of get an idea of how things would look. And we also have the global menu here. So before I get more into the settings and whatnot, the first thing I want to talk about is the panel. So the panel is basically just the standard panel. All I did was I adjusted its size to 24 pixels and I put it at the top. When it comes to the application menu or the application launcher, I just clicked on configure application launcher. And sorry about this glitch, this should be blurred in the background. I'm not sure why this is happening. But anyway, I clicked on the icon and I changed it to the Apple icon. Now it is a bit oversized, so you'll kind of have to manually do this. You'll have to just find some icon on the internet and leave a bit more space on the corners so that it would be smaller. Another thing that I did was, instead of using the normal calendar, I decided to add a widget. So I went to panel options, add widgets, and then get new widgets. And so I decided to go with the event calendar. And the reason why is because you have more options to edit it. You could just right click on it, click alternatives, pick it from here, and then once you've chosen event calendar, you could just go to configure event calendar, And again, this should be blurry. I'm really not sure why this isn't blurry, but... And if you scroll down, you could adjust the pixel or like the size of the clock, so you could see that changes, but I just left it on by default. The only thing that I changed was I made it bold. And speaking of bold, you can kind of notice that the fonts are bold as well. I see that in some places of the Mac desktop, there's like bold type fonts, so I just decided to make all of the fonts bold. Of course, if you've used it before, you would be able to know which ones tend to be bold and which ones aren't. Now for the settings themselves, what I did was I went to configure and I made the icon view so that it again has more of a native look. And before we get into the settings, I made a video on how to install the Quantum theme manager. So I'm not going to go into details on how to install that right now, but this is what you'll be needing for the main themes. Now, once you have this installed, all you have to do is select a Quantum theme folder, and then I believe these ones are the ones that I decided to install. So I gave two options. You could either go with the Mojave Dark or just simply Mojave Dark. Again, the links will be in the description. So once you install them, again, you just go here, you select a folder, you click on whatever folder it is, and once you click on it, you just click install this theme, and at the bottom it should say whether it was installed properly or not. Then you just change the theme and you select it. So once you've applied the theme, you have to go to the system settings, and now once you're here, you have to go to application style. In order for the theme to take into effect, you have to change this from the default, which is Breeze, to Quantum. And once you've changed that, basically the theme will be applied. Now for the window decorations, in order to get the title bar to match, I decided to go with the Mojave theme. And I went here to buttons. And this is the one thing, this is actually glitched. Even if I restart the system and whatnot, it won't fix itself. So it's a minor nuisance, but it's only in some areas in the settings manager, so it shouldn't be a big deal. But anyway, I moved around the title bar buttons and I put them on the left and left the icon here to the right, and then I clicked apply, and that's all you need to do. Now for the GTK themes, I went here and clicked on get new themes, and I just clicked download GTK3 themes. That's all you need to do, because once you do that, you'll have the theme available for GTK2 as well. And I just went with Mojave Dark, and I applied it. And for the font, if you want to go with the whole bold type font, you can do that as well. It's pretty simple. As for the cursor theme, I decided to go with the CZ Viator. I remember, I think there was DMZ, I think that's what it was called, DMC Black, but there's another cursor that looks very similar to this. And then for the icon themes, I decided to go with La Capitan, which is right here, and I applied that, and that's how when you pull up a GTK application, you get this. Or for example, if we pull up GIMP, looks very nice as well. So now when we go back to the initial settings, the workspace theme, now I didn't touch anything here for the look and feel section, but for the desktop theme I decided to go with, again, Mojave. And if you do want to go with the light version, let's see what it was called. I believe it was called McBree Shadowless. There we go. This is a very good theme as well. And if we apply it real quick, this is what it looks like. Of course, the wallpaper doesn't do it much justice, so we'll go with the lighter wallpaper to give you a better idea. So that's kind of what it looks like. So these are your best options when it comes to the panel. So I'll just go back to the Mojave version. And for the cursor, like I said, it was the CZ Viator. And splash screen, I decided to just disable that. For the colors, again, it's the Mojave color scheme so that everything can fit. And like I was talking about the fonts, I just clicked on adjust all fonts. They're all the same, like they're all defaults. It's just I decided to go with the bold ones. But here you have, it shows you which fonts you could change individually. So if you don't want them all to be bold, or if you don't want any of them to be bold, you don't have to make them bold. For the icons, there's multiple choices. I don't really know which one's the best, but I decided to try out the Mojave circle ones, but it's a circle icon theme, so not everyone likes the circle icon themes or the square icon theme, so I just decided to go with La Capitan. I think there was another one that was also similar, but I don't remember what the name was. So those are the main themes. Honestly, once you just adjust these categories here, you'd basically be, for the most part, done. But of course, if you want your blur enabled, you just have to go to desktop behavior and then desktop effects and then enable blur. Also, other options which you could enable, I don't have them here, but you should have them on your system, are either wobbly windows or magic clamp. So magic clamp is basically the effect when you minimize the window, it kind of like a lamp. Honestly, I actually don't even know why it's called that, but it goes right back into the icon, so it's a neat effect. Another thing that this is kind of hard to find, this setting should be, in my opinion, somewhere else, but screen locking, if you click on appearance, this is how you can change the lock screen image. So it's kind of difficult to find, in my opinion, but that's how you can change it to fit the theme. Also, when you right click on the desktop, if you're using the latest Plasma version, there should be an option here to change the wallpaper type from an image. And I believe, I don't know if slideshow is the one by default, but there is an option how to change the wallpapers dynamically. So you can kind of mimic the whole dynamic wallpaper thing. And also for the tweaks here, I decided to disable the desktop toolbox. For window manager, these are all optional in my opinion, like extra settings. For startup and shutdown, again, if you go to background here, you can adjust it so that it fits whatever wallpaper you have. And then that's basically it. Those are basically the main components that you would want to adjust. Now, so far you've only seen the dark version, and I guess I could show you guys the light version real quick. So this is very easy to install, very simple to apply. Go to color tab and then edit scheme, or my bad, get new scheme. So let's see, there's the light version. And I believe for the quantum theme, you're going to have to change that as well, actually. So this might actually not end up working out. Yeah, this won't really end up working out because I only installed the dark version of the theme. But again, once you click the link in the description, you'll be able to have access to both themes. So you'll be able to see how both versions look. But yeah, I think that this is a pretty good imitation. I forgot if I mentioned about this, but the dock here is the latte dock, and if we right click and edit the dock, I didn't really do much to it. I I didn't really change here anything in the behavior tab. I just went to appearance. I enabled the advanced option here. So these are my settings. You can copy them if you'd like. I decided to disable the animations because I forgot whether the dock in Mac Mojave has those options or not. And so yeah, in my opinion, the both the KDE and the GTK application, Qt and GTK applications look just fine. This theme in particular does have a bit too much transparency, so you might want to try out just a simple Mojave dark version. So yeah, I'm not really sure about it exactly everything, but I think just simply looking at this, and here I have a picture for comparison. If we zoom in a little bit, let's go to 100%. As you can see, just the style of the windows look the same. Of course, I have the white title bar enabled, the light version, but basically the applications look the same. The panel for the most part looks the same. I think the main difference is here it's a bit more transparent, probably because of the whole dynamic thing. If you want to have a more transparent panel, then you could try to use Breeze Alpha Black. That gives you tons of options, so you can try that out. And then for the panel, looks pretty similar as well. The icons are pretty good in my opinion. So yeah, that was basically it. That's how to make your KDE look like Mac Mojave. And hope you enjoyed. And yeah, that's basically it. Thanks for watching.